Hi, this practice session is on basic practice for the sound letter R. Turn to page 28 in Unit 1 of your book and refer to CD number 2. First and most important, I'm going to teach you how to pronounce and as you already know, it's a little different depending on what your first language is. But the good news about the sound in North American English is that it's always the same. When it's at the beginning of the word, you say like red. When it's in the middle of the word, you say like carry or art. And when it's at the end of the word, it's exactly the same sound. You say as in car. And that's a little different for other languages, but keep in mind for English, it's always the same. The bad news about it is that some of you either leave out the or pronounce it in a different way. So here's the way you pronounce it correctly. I'm going to show you on the board how to move your tongue to get a perfect Okay, the secret is that you take the tip of your tongue and you curl it backwards in the direction, almost like you're going to swallow the tip of your tongue. It looks something like this. And there it is. It's always like that. It doesn't touch the top of the mouth. It just sort of points towards your throat. And if you keep your teeth closed or almost closed, it's a little easier. Give that a try while I sit down. Now you might want to pause this video and try that and get some feedback and see if you're practicing in a group, if you can tell each other if you're correct or not, or just record yourself and listen to it. Once you feel that you've got that correctly, let's go on to the next part of this practice. Remember, in order for you to get the sound correctly when you're talking, when you're at a meeting, when you're a little nervous, when you want to be really clear, you have to make sure that your muscles work. All the consonants of English are about muscle memory. It's about teaching your tongue muscle where it's supposed to go and that it's supposed to go there whenever you feel like it. And you'll see in the book on page 28, I have a lesson or an exercise called Use It or Lose It. And I mean it. So you've got every day a word that starts with a word that has in the middle, and a word that has at the end. And what I want you to do on your own is say those words 50, that's 50 times in a row slowly. And even though that seems boring, which it is, or simple, which it is, that's what's going to get your tongue muscle to work. So the ones in the book are run, bury, and bar. I want you to take those, you can pause the tape, take those words, and practice those a few times now. You can change the words every day to keep it a little more interesting, but don't miss a day. And after about 3 weeks, your tongue will be in the habit of doing what it's supposed to do to pronounce that sound. Now, let's also keep in mind, I just want to remind you, that English is a language of consonants. Is one of those consonants. And what I mean by that is, in every English word you will have, or most English words, you'll have several consonants, such as in the word world. World has a W, an R, an L, and a D. And it's important for you to say all of them. R is just one of those. Now, next page, page 29. Here we have some word lists with at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. And I want you to pause this video and practice all of those words, nice and slowly, getting your tongue in the right place. As soon as you're finished, we'll go on to the next exercise. Page 30, lesson 7-2. Now it's getting more interesting because lesson 7.2 has phrases or short sentences with lots of words with such as see you there. Now you'll notice that I put a TH in there too. And in the next one, I'm very sorry, you have to practice V. So not only do I want you to think about the but think about the other difficult sounds too. Pause the video and practice lesson 7.2. So, how did you do? Did you get your tongue around it? Did you get all those ers? A good way for you to know is to record yourself and listen back. And remember, you could and should always listen to the CD that goes with this book where you can hear my pronunciation and repeat after me. Lesson 7.3 is longer sentences. Let's do a couple of them together. The first one is, read the story to your brother. Read the story to your brother. Lots of R's. Try it. Number 2, correct the error on your paper. Try that one. Number 3, it costs a fortune to learn about computers. I just put a lot of things in from my own experience into this course, but I've learned about computers. Try that sentence. Now try all the rest of them, nice and slowly. See how you do. You'll see at the top of page 32, there's an exercise called Computer Friendly. And this exercise is about our blends. So when I say blend, I mean R right next to another sound. And I know some of you have difficulty with that. So for example, the word friendly, there's a together, friendly. Some of the other words, such as shred, SHR, and keep in mind that all the consonants are important. Let's try a couple of these together. Or listen to me and say it after me, whichever is easiest. A friendly computer network shares software and hardware. Number 2, Ron and Rick tried word processing programs called WordPerfect and WordStar. Stop this video and try the rest of them yourself. When we get to 7.5, in the middle of page 32, now we really have something big to practice. It's a story with many R's in it called computer or corporate culture. Actually, I think this is one of the hardest things in the whole course. So if you can do this, you can do anything. Stop the video and practice corporate culture. If you're having any difficulty and you think you're just not getting it, send me a voice email and I'll get back to you and let you know how you're doing. Once you're really good at this basic practice, we'll go on to level 2, advanced practice for the sound R.